Hello world, Shelly here, and it's time for another episode of Concealer Fest. And today I'm going to check out the new release from Lorac. This is the Pro Soft Focus Longwear Concealer. Retails for $24 for 0.25 ounces of product. It's getting 5 out of 5 stars with 3 reviews on Ulta's website. It's a pretty new product. It comes in 12 different shades. I've got the current lightest shade 1.5, fair with neutral undertones. That implies to me that maybe they plan to roll out more shades in this line in the future, having a 1.5 lowest shade. Why not call it 1? Why not call it 0? I don't know. This is described as long-wearing, soft matte concealer with buildable medium to full coverage, super blendable, silky, not sticky. It's got blurring powders to deliver superior coverage while concealing imperfections and filling in wrinkles. Yes. Suitable for all skin types, dermatologist tested. Let's take a look at this shade 1.5 Fair, swatched against a few others in my collection. Alrighty, let's swatch. First up is today's concealer, the Lorac Pro Soft Focus Concealer in shade 1.5 Fair. Next, I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away in shade 2 Fair. Third up from NARS, I've got the Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. Fourth, I've got the Tarte Shape Tape in Fair. And last up from CoverFX, I've got the Power Play Concealer in shade N Light 1. I will use the tip of this dampened Juno sponge on one side. This is the microfiber sponge. I just washed all my sponges, and I had a little jar of my baby sponges that I put somewhere convenient. I don't know where I put it. I was going to actually use baby sponges. Now, I don't know where they went. No idea. Other side, I will use my Sephora Pro. This is the concealer brush. It is number 71. Love the shape of it. See how it's got this, wrong way curve to it? It's awesome. It fits right in there. I love the packaging on this new release. It is beautiful. Same with the concealer. We have a paddle foot applicator. It's the only downside of using a big sponge is you don't get into this trough very easily. Definitely soft matte finish. I noticed that right out of the gate. I've been using Radiant concealers lately, and I can tell that this one is matte. Not in a bad way, it's just a matte finish. It's not accentuating wrinkles or lines at all right out of the gate, which is pretty doggone beautiful, I think. Coverage is really nice. Straight up first pass with a sponge. That's impressive right away. Let's try the brush side. I like that this paddle doesn't put a ton of product down, because you don't need a ton of product. And I find that when I get too much product, it's really hard to step back from that, and oftentimes then it just accentuates lines. I do have a little bit of dry skin in this sort of inner corner trough area, and it's clinging just a little bit to that dry skin. Nothing major. Kind of the same under this eye too. This eye has a little bit more dry, a little more flaky than the other side, and the matte finish is sort of clinging to the flaky parts, but I do like the coverage right out of the gate. I think I like the look of the sponge side a little bit better. I'm going to just see if I can even this out with the sponge. One little boop on each side. And see if it's, they say it's buildable. Let's see if we can build it just a little bit. Yeah, the sponge is much nicer with the texture. It really sort of, I don't know what it does, but it looks much nicer on textured skin with a sponge. Forgot to use my science serum this morning, my Bright and Tight, so my eyes are puffy. This is looking quite nice for a matte finish on dry skin. Yeah, let's take a look at this one. I'd say this is slightly smoothing. I do think that some of my fine lines have been sort of smoothed out and canceled out, which is very nice. It's not settling into any of my lines. It's clinging a tiny bit to dry, like flaky skin that needs to exfoliate away. I don't really exfoliate under my eyes because that skin is so sensitive, so I just have to wait till the flakes go away. But overall, I think the coverage is very nice, and it's true to a matte finish. It doesn't look dry, it just looks matte, and it's doing a little bit of smoothing, which I'm pretty happy about. I love concealers that smooth out my under eye. Let's find out what time it is. 12:11. Let me go put the rest of my face on. I'll be right back. So far, so good with the Lorac concealer. I like how it's wearing. I did not set it with powder. I did set the rest of my face with powder, so if any residual might have gotten there, but I did not intentionally set my under eye. I was using the by Terry, the Hyaluronic Hydra powder on my face. So far, so good. I think it looks really nice. I like the coverage. It's working out well. I'll be back tonight. We'll see how this thing wore. 1:33 a.m. Let's take a look at how the Lorac Pro Soft Focus Long Wear Concealer held up. First, let me apologize for the glasses. I was in a 7.5-hour conference call with work, and my eyeballs were killing me after staring at the screen for so long, so I did have to switch to my glasses, but I will do the close-up zoomed in without my glasses on. The concealer's very comfortable. At this point in the evening, let's just zoom in. It has broken down pretty well. I did get a really good look at my face around the 11. When's the last time Ziva's been up there, huh? Oh, look, Ziva's back. You know what cartoon that's from? Billy Goat, 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 goat. If you know.
Now there's a pretty hungry little billy goat, 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 goat.
So late at night, I'm so tired. Work is good. Work is good. I'm very glad to have a job that allows me to work from home in these times. So, very comfortable to wear, but I did get a look at myself at the 11-hour mark, and everything still looked really doggone good. So now that we're at 13.5 hours, I think it was somewhere between 11 and 13 plus that it kind of fell apart. But let's take a look. So generally speaking, what happened was the product just kind of started to gunk up along my fine lines and separate along them and cling to my dry patches. So any dry flaky skin I have is now clearly visible as dry flaky skin, and some of my lines are more visible because the product has either gunked up along them or separated along them. So, but considering it looked fine at 11 hours, I'm okay with this. I'm really okay because at a conversational distance, I really can't see any of that. So I think it's a generally graceful fade away. I'm all right with this. If I had to give a grade to the Lorac Pro Soft Focus Long Wear Concealer, if it was the tiniest bit more smoothing, I would be higher. But I do pretty much like it, actually, and it wore a really long time. I'm going to go A-. We're going A-. I was between a B+ and an A-, but it doesn't feel drying under my eyes at all. And for 11 hours, I think it wore wonderfully with fine lines, and it is slightly smoothing, and I like the coverage. Okay, A-. We're going A- on this one. There you have it. Another episode of Concealer Fest is in the books. If you enjoy concealer reviews, if you want to see more of them, give me a thumbs up down below. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see next in terms of, well, concealer or anything else you would like to see next. If you want to see all the concealers that I have done formal official reviews on, go to geekoutofwater.com, click the Concealer Fest link. I've got a ranked, sortable, searchable spreadsheet of all of these concealer reviews, but I was reviewing concealers prior to starting that spreadsheet last summer. It's just that I didn't have dedicated videos to them. So you can still go on my main channel page and search on the channel search page for whatever brand or name of concealer you're looking for. And any videos that I've either talked about it or worn it in a video will show up in those search results. So you can still find the ones that I haven't done formal reviews of all over the place on my channel. There you have it. As always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. Come back every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time for new videos. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.